What new game release are you looking forward to the most and why? Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. The world in that is 1:1 scale, and you can visit your house or wherever. Literally any country. The smallest or biggest country ever. I've never played a flight sim in my life, but I watched some videos on this recently, and my goodness does it look amazing. Stunning graphics. But the scale of it is mind-blowing. Over the last 2 years I have gotten into the sim world. I've now fully committed with a 6K Simpit soon. It is hard for me to get excited about any regular game. Kerbal Space Program 2. The first game was, and still is, amazing. The mechanics of the game, the way it teaches science while having fun, and its extremely wholesome community is extremely impressive. All of this came from a company not even dedicated to game development. The sequel, developed by a proper game developing company. The developers are truly caring about the game, many of which have spent thousands of hours in the original, building on the successes of the original, while also adding a whole new dimension to the game. Amazing graphics, new planets, colonies, and multiplayer. How can one not be excited? In my astronautics class in college, people literally used it to simulate and check their homework for topics like Hohmann transfers and gravity assists. It's amazing how much it teaches you while still being incredibly fun. KSP taught me more about orbital mechanics than any educational source did prior. It just clicked, and every bit of sci-fi I knew suddenly divided into realistic or not. Age of Empires IV AoE was the first computer game I really got into, and I've enjoyed each installment since. AoE 3 and the expansions were a blast, so I've been checking in on news of AoE 4th every year or so for over a decade. Anyone who had the original hardcopy edition of AoE 3 knows that the included pamphlet had a teaser for 4th. And that was like 2005/6. That pamphlet showed an AoE 4 set around the World Wars. The current 4 being developed starts medieval again. Yeah, it's supposed to cover roughly the same time window as AoE 2nd. Like I said, I've been checking in on this game at least once a year for like 10 years, haha. My point is they let us all know that 4th was a possibility the moment 3 came out. But yeah, it was like a mid-20th century infantryman in the pamphlet. That era would be cool, but maybe too complicated with their units and explosions that cause massive area damage. Although I loved the original Empire Earth, which handled all of that pretty well. Baldur's Gate 3 by Larian Studios. I loved Divinity 2 Original Sin and felt that its systems would work brilliantly for D&D. Turns out I was right, and it'll be the best RPG to come out in years. Edit. Fixing typo. Second edit. Gamma player BG3 link. B/B9HU6UJX_PC. This game is going to be amazing. I can't wait. I've never looked forward to a game as much as I'm looking forward to BG3. I'm going to buy it the day it comes out and probably book time off work. Destroy All Humans. Played the shit out of that when I was a kid. Can't wait for the remake. Is it completely remade or just a remaster? Completely remade. But as far as I know, it's basically the first game with much better graphics. Edit. The devs called it a remake. I'm just going based on what they said. Remaster. Original game with improved visuals. Remake. Based on original game, but built from scratch on an improved engine without reusing assets from the original. Apparently some voice lines are reused though. Hollow Knight. Silksong Hollow Knight is one of the few games which have extremely high polish, a good world building, tight gameplay, and amazing environmental storytelling. Add to that a discount level launch price and free DLC. If Team Cherry keeps that quality up, then I will be in heaven. If Team Cherry keeps up the quality, this is the developer that was trying to make a DLC and accidentally created a full sequel. I don't think it's an if at this point. I have no doubt they put a lot of effort into it, but you can put a ton of effort into something and still not have it be fun. Oh, who am I kidding? It's gonna be great. Kerbal Space Program 2. New rockets, new engines, new planets, new systems, base building, and I think there's online gameplay. Loved the original. I still play the enhanced edition for PS4. Kerbal Space Program 2 got major chills the first time I watched the trailer. I still listen to the music. Can't wait for it to be released. But I'm totally fine with them delaying release to get everything right. Same. I need to rewatch it to get hyped up again. I think they did very good with what they had for the enhanced edition, and I'm still having fun with that. So I remain patient. Crusader Kings 3. CK2 is one of my favorite ever games. Also it feels like ages since I spent 20 billion quid on DLC, so that's an added bonus. I love story building games, but I just couldn't put in the effort to master the learning curve of CK2. I remember watching a 2-hour tutorial on YouTube and was completely lost. Eventually it just sort of clicks. But when I first loaded it up I just sat there like, it's worth a go, if you can be asked. I love it, but it's probably only because I was on gardening leave for 8 weeks at the time that I ever got anywhere with it. If you fancy a laugh without the headache though, check out this link. com//Linston player exploits a glitch in the game to become the Byzantine Empress, end the Great Schism, and reform the Roman Empire. As a horse. This was obviously not intended to be possible within the game, but somebody figured out a way. It's the sort of off-kilter insanity that makes it so much fun. The devs openly encourage it. Dying Light 2. I love the first Dying Light, one of my favorite games still. I still play it, it's so good. Terraria 1.4. It's not necessarily a new game release, but I think it still counts. 13 days to go. It's hard to believe it is finally happening. Ever since 2017 I've been like, man, I'll just wait to play. 1.4 is right around the corner. And it never came. Now, though. We're less than 2 weeks away. It's just so good. There was a game Arcane Studios put out a trailer for called Deathloop that looked really awesome at the last E3. I've not heard a word about it since that trailer. But it had a really interesting central idea to assassins trapped in an endless cycle of killing one another, a retro-futuristic art style, and is being made by the developer of Prey, which I really enjoyed. So I have a lot of faith in this one being really solid. Saw a lot of Cyberpunk 2077 and Hollow Knight Silksong here, which are both on my list of let's buy that one as soon as we can. But I don't hear much about Deathloop since it was announced. You might know about the series already, but you should check out Dishonored. It's made by Arcane too. I do, actually. I just like Prey a little better. Blasphemy, I know. But Prey felt more open to me, and I enjoyed that it was basically Metroid Fusion as an 0451 game. Plus I'm a sucker for Art Deco. Both have phenomenal level design built to support multiple approaches to a problem and awesome world building and gameplay. But Prey just wins out for me. Ghost of Tsushima, just the setting and how vast an open world it's gonna be gets me excited. I think the fact that they are being historical and avoiding any magic/fantasy is refreshing and makes me curious about how the combat/dueling system is gonna work. I'm sad this was so far down on the list. I'm also extremely excited for this game. I loved Sucker Punch's infamous games, and they've been working on this game so long I hope it's good. The E3 trailer from a couple years ago sold me on the game just from an aesthetic point of view. Looks like it's going to be Red Dead Assassin's Creed in feudal Japan. That's badass. Edit. Wow, this comment blew up. Well, now it's higher up, so I'm happy, haha. Aka what AK fans including myself have been bitching about as a potential AK location ever since the AK 1 Japan Easter eggs. Glad Sucker Punch is doing it themselves, lol. Elden Ring. Lol by GRRM and made by FromSoft, who made my favorite game of all time. No gameplay shown yet, but I'm still looking forward to it. How badass was that dude disintegrating from the stress of whatever he was forging. Oh, so the game is about cooking. Metroid Prime 4 and Breath of the Wild 2. I can't believe I had to scroll this far down to see MP4 mentioned. I've been waiting for a real Metroid game for years. I just got an emulator on my little Surface Pro I got for my business, just so I could relive MP1 and 2 on the GamerCube. Super Mario 2 baby. Just do the previous KOTORs, but with even better gamma play and better graphics. And with all the cut content uncut. Titanfall 3 because its movements and actions are good, their storyline it's amazing, and it has a variety of things that make the game so cool. Playing online has its positive things and most importantly it is not pay to win game. Titanfall 2 launched at such a shitty time, but it's my favorite FPS multiplayer this general. Just bought Tita this week off of the Xbox store. $3 if anyone else wants to check it out. Lego Skywalker Saga Edit. I forgot the why. Because I love Star Wars and I love how they're finally making it into an open world Lego game similar to the Marvel superheroes / Harry Potter / LOTR games. The original complete Saga game was alright, but I felt like they had an opportunity to make an open world and they missed it. Is that all 9 games? From what I can gather it'll be a totally redone version of Lego Star Wars from the ground up with a huge open world made up of multiple planets. And it'll have all 9 regular episodes of the saga. Cyberpunk 2077. Love the look of the gamma play so far. Can see CD Projekt Red really making a masterpiece of a game. Main reason for it would be I love the aesthetics and possibilities within the game. This game has been in development since before May 2012. I hope it's good. If you've watched the 40-minute gamma play trailer you'd know it will be good. The only problems I can imagine happening are from people's PCs not being able to handle it. That Harry Potter RPG that was teased a few years ago. Dude, I would do anything for that game. I would swear off all other games for Harry Potter. I would burn my hair for this game. I would sell my car for this game. I will buy a portable toilet to place it in front of my TV for this game. I will lose my mind for this game. Or just the idea of it. It's supposedly set to be announced this summer. Skim through /r/Harry Potter game for more details. The next indie game which I become obsessed with. Dig 200 hours into and then suddenly drop after I've sufficiently worried my friends and family. I don't know what it is yet. I just know it's coming. Did anyone say Factorio? Or Satisfactory? Which is also highly addictive. Also, Terraria Journey's End comes out this month. Just saying. 200 hours Factorio. That's Zen master level self-control. Halo Infinite. The leaks makes it sound so different from other Halos and I don't know if I'm scared or thrilled. Guess it'll all come down to the execution. I didn't want to play The Sims 2nd because The Sims was so perfect as it was. I don't really want to be spending all my time moving a camera around, said I. Just buy the game and return it next week if you don't like it, said the clerk. All those years ago. I'm not fussed how different the next Halo phase is from the original. I want to be immersed in that world, regardless of what the main theme is. Do you remember how weird the brutes were? All playing as the Arbiter, the whole Halo 3 advert link. YouTube.com/watch v=3redxskgwg gave me goosebumps then, and gives me goosebumps now. Each game was a huge step up from the one before, and the first one was already iconic. The rest of Deltarune. I'm excited to see where it goes. To quote Toby Fox himself, making the demo of Deltarune took a few years. /Zazero I have absolutely no estimation of its completion. It could take up to 999 years depending on the efficiency level. Toby Fox is a great storyteller, world builder and composer. But his code is so incredibly bad and unorganized it would make the blood of the people over at r/programmer humor boil. He sucks as a developer and that's okay. But I really hope he hired some people to do the actual developing. Hollow Knight Silksong. Hopefully it'll come out this year and I'm super hyped about it. Deltarune Chapter 2. I finished the game over 30 times. Grand Theft Auto 6. Okay. So here is my prediction. It's going to be Cottonmouth, Tampa, Florida, conjoined with Vice City, Miami, Florida, and with ability to visit Las Venturas, Vegas, and anywhere city, Mexican City. Based on leaked characters called the Mexican, I believe we are going to be focused on cartels from South America, Mexico and mafias in casinos. In this way the casino scene get a reboot with multiple casinos, which you can own. And we touch a current topic of crime, cartels. Main job will be rising the ranks of the cartel business. I'm not convinced that those leaks are legitimate. Hell, it was 5 years between GTA V and RDR2. My guess is Rockstar wants to continue to milk the two for as long as possible. Does Flight Simulator 2020 count as a game? Edit. Wow. Thanks for the platinum, gold and silver. Glad to see others are as excited as I'm for this release. I'm really looking forward to it too. I'm curious of how comfortably it will be playing with Sparks Pad and my internet connection, whether it would be enough to download the scenery while flying. I'd really love to take a 12H flight in this game at least once. They've confirmed the ability to cache area for a flying play, so I'd imagine you could always do that if your internet isn't sufficient. Hey, thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe.